Now, Facebook, GoFundMe,
Yeah.
some of these platforms, you cannot raise funds as a Nigerian, as an African, but you can donate. So somebody in the US somebody in the US can wake up one morning and be like, my dog. I need to, do birthday for my dog.
Yes.
I'm raising $1,000. As a Nigerian, you can donate your money, but your father will be dying in the village. You cannot raise money there. Why?
Good afternoon, dear listener out there. I want to thank you for joining us at the TechEconomy Podcast. And today, in the first episode of our podcast, I want to tell you, have a very great guest. He's a filmmaker, an entrepreneur, and someone the world should look out for. We have in the house Micheal Chineme Ike. Micheal, you're welcome to the segment.
Thank you very much. It's an honor.
Yeah, good to have you. Good to have you here. For the benefit of our listener out there, can you just quick introduction?
Okay, well, you've already said it. My name is Micheal Chineme Ike. I'm a filmmaker, music director. I write scripts. I also act, and I'm also an entrepreneur. And I write as a matter of fact. So let's just say that the entrepreneurship is vast, and just try to do whatever it takes to just help make the society a better place.
Yeah, it's just like a boom, just like a big bang. When your name, flying over the internet, people are like, "Who is this guy? It just came out from school." I think that was before you graduated from school.
It's before I graduated. I actually wrote my first book when I was still in, I think, primary school actually.
Wow.
So it was from school. I already put together my NGO, did a couple of programs. So by the time I entered university, I was already doing a lot of things. They do so many things.
In Peking, how did you get into that? Or how did you get into, pick interest? For instance, the course in the study in the school. Some people will say, I want my son to be a lawyer. I want my son to be a medical doctor, a filmmaker. Can you tell us how you started?
Okay, well, yeah, it's quite interesting. Normally, for every young person, once you ask them if you are doing science, if you ask them now, they will say doctor. If you are doing art, if you ask them, they will say lawyer. I think to be like the major thing. When you grow up, you begin to understand that it doesn't really work like that. So basically, I'm someone that loves telling stories. I think as a young person, my dad and my grandma, they always tell us stories. I love telling stories, and I think inspired me to start writing. So I started with writing. Actually, I was writing novels. As a matter of fact, when I wrote my first book in 2012, wow, I was living with somebody. Like I was like, this. From the village to taking people, somebody and make a household.
Yeah.
So I was living with someone, and when I wrote the book, you can't be selling the book now, be with somebody. Yeah. I had to leave the house. So, but that book helped me, got me scholarship.
Wow.
I started living alone. So from London, I started living alone, taking care of myself, paying my house rent in one room in nature. So that's where the also kind of started. But then from there, I discovered that we don't read here in Nigeria. Sadly, we don't read. So the thing pushed me, okay, I think I wrote down 2 times. I was just pushing a lot. But then discovering that you don't just have to, because aside from being a writer, I love to watch movies a lot. So when I watch a lot of movies, I'm this kind of person that I'm always pushed to try out new challenges.
Great.
So I just felt this film, can't I produce it? Why is it so hard to produce? Then I was able to connect with some friends in the US, filmmakers, and I was selected to be in a film in the United States. I was so happy. Wow. I defended my admission sharp. I did everything. I defended my admission. I wrote to this school. I'll go to the United States to be in a film, but they already sent a letter and everything. But then being in Northeast, my first time, I didn't know what was going on, and I went and did a tourist visa. When I'm going to be in a film that I'll be paid for. So when I got there, they asked me about the interview. They asked me what I'm going to do yesterday. I said to go and act a film. They said this is wrong. I should go and come back. So by the time I came back, my classmates they already writing an exam. I just knew that, man, this is messed up. But I felt, since I could not travel, I can't just stay and relax. I challenged myself. I need to turn this about 22 lesson. Just left to make my own first film, and that was just best. From there, I've had 7 movies and so many other projects, and it's really been going great. But that's
wow. Tell us about the first projects. How
the first one, normally your first project is always the first project was actually, I was not the director. Okay. I just got someone directing for me, but I was the producer, so I was going around. So, but the project opened my eyes because it showed me that this is not really difficult. I didn't want to just go into it without experiencing it. So I was there, but when I saw what it entails to do the film, I challenged myself that I can do it. So the film was stranded, and that movie is not out yet because there were still a couple of things that I needed to do. And at a point, I had to stop because I felt like it is not what it. This is a movie. It's a character movie. It's not in a normal Nigerian kind of movie. It's a character movie. It's just two characters. Yeah, one location, acting for 1 hour plus. You will not pause the film because of how interesting it is. So I said no, that this is not the kind of film this is the haste.
Yeah.
Let me just go back. Maybe later on that I'm literally making plans for with the film again. So, but the first one I directed was Hustler. That film on internet fraud. Yes. Features some American actors. The actors, those guys that I was supposed to act with, I pleaded with them, got some kind of partnership with the company, and they now shot American scenes there.
Okay.
So during the premiere to one day came, we had 2 American guests here in Anambra State, and it was wonderful. But
Great. That's the spirit of entrepreneurship. You never give up. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. At the moment, it's all want to know filmmaking and entrepreneurship. You already told us how it has been for you.
Yeah.
But do you think you are getting enough support from the country, the industry? Are you inspired? What are you seeing around?
Well, I just think that we need to do more, especially the government need to do more. The problem is that I think they need to close down oil in Nigeria. Because the feels like oil is just, it's like, they need to know that there are so many, look at this, look at Dubai. But it's tourism, there isn't tourism to make money. There are so many people that are using other sectors to make money. But in Nigeria, we just feel like because we have oil, all our problems are settled.
Yeah.
But now, filmmaking generates so many revenues which we do not know. We can even start talking from the same as from the time of the production. There are so many things that as they are paying for them, as they are getting them, revenues are going back to the government.
Yeah.
The cinemas and so many other places. They don't know that. So they are not giving enough support. And then to make matter worse, Anambra State where I'm from,
Yes.
there is no effort to help filmmaking. So most of the times it's always from my pocket. And it's challenging because when I am producing my film,
Yes.
I have to rent equipment. And when you rent equipment, you're now thinking, okay, I rented this equipment, you're paying daily for each equipment. So I now have to make sure that I must finish this film within those few days. So what if it's like a day like today and it's raining? I know you cannot film outside. Now you now have extra day.
Yes.
So it will not make you rushing a lot of things. Something that is supposed to calm down. But that's different between us and those in the foreigners. You have a lot of funding. They have support. So they relax. Sometimes they should take you for 1 year. For 1 year? Yes, they shoot your films for 1 year. This Avatar was shot for how many years in the game? Avatar, the one that was just... Yes. So, but here we have to rush. Like, I told this guy I'm returning this camera in 4 days. Now I'm packing everything. At the end of the day, the movie may not really be as good as I would want it to be. So it's been really challenging. The support has not been there. But what we are now focusing on, we're not trying to get private people to invest in filmmaking. Plus, it's wonderful. Okay, right now, just like the tech is taking over.
Okay, I was coming to that because the tech guys are giving you guys a run for their money. But like yesterday, what happened? Yes, you saw what this Apple right? They did the AR, the release. Well, so I was looking to that and say, is it not that the techie guys are beginning to eat your pie or cake? So
well, they are not going to eat the cake, even though I'm still trying to figure out what they want to do with AI, because they say that AI can now write scripts, generate characters, do everything.
Yes.
But I know that's going to be a long way.
Okay.
But then I know that even for that to happen, we are still going to be involved. We're still looking into that.
Okay.
But then is that, before we used to have this DVD, the rest of
yes.
But now we have movie streaming platforms, which is also one of the things that I make sure I put that in my MICVERSE. I believe we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
So now, movie streaming, Netflix is now in Nigeria.
Yes.
Amazon Prime is now in Nigeria.
Yes.
Disney and HBO just came into Nigeria.
Yes.
And these guys are all about the content. So the major thing is that it's about the content.
Okay.
Most of these tech companies are like the platform to distribute. So, but the content is what we now have to make. So when you make the content and the content is good enough, we'll be able to take it out there, distribute, like showcase the project. But let's look and see what AI wants to do, because at the end of the day, it can still not defeat human beings.
Yes.
So I have to believe that no matter what happens, when I never see these things as a child, as like an obstacle.
Yeah.
Instead, I try to find a way to go around them. No, that is just some few people that feel like because that AI is going to render the whole, is it like illness or something? I don't really believe in that.
Oh, you mentioned something that is quite important that we look at it. The streaming platforms, they are flooding our markets.
Yes.
But the content there, do we have enough content to put on those platforms? How do we get our content on those platforms?
I think that's why I feel like if the government can invest, is going to get a lot more individuals.
Invest on what?
Production.
Okay.
Yeah, movie production, sponsor films. The government can actually set up a fund, grant, loan, whatever it is for creatives, and tell them, okay,
I think the past governments wanted to do something like that. So I think, but
it's not Lagos. I give it to Lagos. Lagos is doing that.
Okay.
Lagos even gave interest-free loans to filmmakers.
Okay.
That's why you can see a lot of them are jumping to Lagos because they are doing a lot. Look at Kunle. Look at Ebony Life. These guys are in Lagos and they receive support from the government. That's why they're going very, very far. Now they are striking deals with those big girls. So you see, it's all about the content. Now, someone like me, I am full of ideas. That's why most of the times I feel like I'm doing too much. But then it's just that there are so many things that need to be done and little or no resources to put them. So there are so many, okay, I'm making a film on Market. I can tell you now that this movie, this documentary has stressed me. I know we don't have documentaries. It's kind of thing that Netflix wants to take. They don't want to take it because what they have, okay, imagine that Netflix now had to release a documentary about fast visiting his former schools.
yes,
Yeah, it's bad. Fast is a star.
Yeah.
Then it's the fact that they don't have much documentaries in Nigeria that,
Yes.
they have to be going for things like that. We don't have documentaries in Nigeria. There are so many things about our culture that we need to put out there. Everyone do this, do that. I'll literally be begging, okay, I want to interview this person. To interview someone, they tell you need paying. I don't understand. I'm paying you to interview you on someone like Michael Chineme. Let's do this so that the world will see him. I've been begging to interview the governor of Enugu State. I was trying from when the middle of his tenure till he left office. Now I'm trying with the new governor. I want to hear the government view about people like Mike Etaya or Sadebe, Moro Commander, because these are
very genuine.
the man is 93 years now.
Yes.
After I interviewed him, that was the last he could communicate. Like right now, the family was telling me, someone went to interview the man, and the man cannot really communicate again. So you can imagine, if we did not do that interview, we couldn't have actually had him say one or two things. But then, very soon, he will finish whatever came to this world and leave, and then everybody, that day, you see, they will give him a state burial, but none of us are alive. Nobody knows what is going through, and nobody is doing anything about it. So I think it's more about, we need to invest in getting those contents. Once we have it, these guys are already here, and the competition is much. This competition is going to make, they want content. So we need to make sure that we have content by sponsoring, young critics and see what we can bring out.
I think Mike Film Institute is an interesting platform. Can you tell us about the platform?
Yeah, so basically, just like I think you were saying something like that. A lot of young people today, like this, I want to act.
Yes.
Why do you want to act? Because they saw maybe those actors that they bought car, they didn't need a leader. So I've been working with a lot of young people. After that first project, that first film I told you that I was working with that director, what I did, my first directed movie was I gathered young people together in Balkan.
Okay.
Can you people that have this passion? And I gathered them together and I told them, okay, we need to produce our film. So everything about that film, from the cinematographers, from everything to the editor, was done by young people. Young people. So in the course of doing that, I discovered that some of them are like, they are talented. They have passion, but then they lack some basic training. So then I started to now open up. It was actually a group, like, I wanted to build a platform, a movie streaming platform.
Okay.
But not just a movie streaming. I wanted a movie streaming platform that looked social, like it's going to allow people to connect. So now, the sense of that MICVERSE was that I wanted to produce a platform where people like the underdogs can have their movies out there, because there are so many people that have good movies. But then, for you to put the film on Netflix, don't worry that the camera you use shouldn't be any hard camera. Like they have some kind of specification which people like us cannot afford.
Yeah.
And that does not mean we're not making good movies. Very interesting movies. So these guys want to go to African Magic, they will look at your film. There is no celebrity. That's why sometimes, sorry to say, but there are some movies on African Magic that are not encouraging. As long as there is Yule Dochie or some trending persons in the film, they buy it. But then they don't look at the content. I took my putting on internet for to these guys, and they were like, "There's no start." Start there, but I didn't know you start. There was no start. But then they didn't. I'm not even sure they sat out to watch the content to see what's this film about. They didn't even look at that. But trust me, if I had some kind of connection there, it would have just scaled through. But I've seen some film that are way worse than that. But that's one of the things that happened. So I felt like, and I've also been in Oka. I've seen a lot of young people do some films and those challenges. I was like, I need to do a platform where I can help distribute this film, including my own. Because I don't want to even stress myself to not be begging people to take my movie, distribute it. That was how it started. But I just wanted to add, to make it unique. I don't want to have the stream, but not to have the stream, but when people are communicating. So they're watching this film, you're talking with people, they're sharing your ideas, they're telling them, okay, some adjustment, this is going, discussing it.
Yeah.
That was how it started. So the first prototype we did was basically that streaming, this thing, to it up the social media. But then along the line, we decided that, you know what, I've always been, all my life, I've been trying to do so many things which just summarizes to kind of making life better for young people.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, why not start with this MICVERSE? Because basically, we need a platform that resonates with the African community. We need a platform where people feel like it's their own, where people can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that was why we started adding so many features. Right now, MICVERSE can be a lot of things. One of the things it can do is fundraising.
Okay.
Can fund. Now, Facebook, GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Some of these platforms, you cannot raise funds as a Nigerian, as an African, but you can donate. So somebody in the US can wake up one morning and be like, my dog. I need to, do birthday for my dog.
Yes.
I'm raising $1,000. As a Nigerian, you can donate your money. But your father will be dying in the village. You cannot raise money then. Why? It will give you all kinds of stories, but then we all know because you feel like right, and it frusters. It's very bad. It's very, very bad. Now, for you to raise funds or GoFundMe all of this platform, you have to now find somebody living outside. And we have to do it on me. So I want to create my own platform that will allow Africans to ask for help, get support for whatever they are doing, which falls under the fact that I want filmmakers to be able to raise it. That was basically a lot of people who also
yes.
But I want filmmakers to be able to ask for help. What do they think project? Create a crowdfund there. There's the the marketplace.
Okay.
There for entrepreneurs. Now the marketplace actually built like e-commerce, big like Jumia.
Okay.
But we have to remove those things. We just made it. Put your product. If someone needs it, they contact you just like Chichi.
Okay.
But it already has that system where you set up a store. The people who order will have our guys deliver it to you. The way Jumia works, Amazon, But that's is an upcoming update as we are growing. But for now, it allows people to sell their product. So even I'm still trying to bring everything to film. So even as you do your film finish, you can still get out there. Film is coming. Sell your ticket. You can set up an event. You can. It's just too vast, but. The most important thing is that it's a social media platform, where we're hoping that we could have this, freedom as Africans, will not be limited, will not feel like the Western world are trying to gauge us or anything. And then secondly, it's a movie streaming platform.
Okay.
It offers entertainment, and this entertainment is somewhere you watch your movies, you put out the product. We are not interested in the big guys. They should enjoy, but we're trying to fund this young community in hub for young people. This is our own, so you can be able to see your products going out. It's not about making so much money. It really is for a start. Some of us don't even need the money. We just want the world to see what we have, encourage it, give us some words. And
I was thinking about something. Do you have a room for skit makers to come on that platform?
Yeah, sure. That's it. The social media actually allows you to post your video.
Okay.
That post your video. But then the streaming section also allows you to bring up your product to us and we can put it out. You shoot it well.
I think the aim is to actually to make Africa a continent that uploads and not just downloads.
God bless you. I think that's very good. You just gave me a free consultation right now. We need to show. We don't just
know. Yes.
Because we can download. Yeah. We need to give them. And that's basically what we are trying to actually meet MICVERSE.
Thank you so much, Mike. As we are looking at running up this show, looking at we have new governments both at the federal and at state levels. Mention about some things you want government to do. And one of the places that came to mind is the National Theatre as a government. That's national monument.
Yes.
If you replicate something like that in different states, I think if that's what I'm looking at, that's going to help out. So what are the things, is the grants you want the government to give what do you think government should consider to promoting filmmaking, tourism, and other aspects that will, apart from oil, that will help the economy?
Well, the oil has finished there. So basically, I just think that the government needs to do a lot. They need to start with schools. First of all, they need to, that theater and film, they need to divide it into two. Have a theater department and have a film department. Then they need to equip them. They are not equipped. Sometimes you don't go there and play and then go up at the end of the day. So they need to start with there, keep it funded. Funny enough, go to New York Film Academy. You see that students there are producing movies that are beating box office. The content, the type of content they produce there. Because that's it. That's why, okay, you will see in COVID-19 drug, where most of the vaccines produced. You hear university of this, university of that. How many of our universities are the medical department producing anything, vaccine? It's sad. But that's some of the things we need to do if the government can invest in schools, because basically that's where it's starting. That's how the child is growing. And then they need to have grants, but government makes that even when they do, the person is in charge, they just fix the money. That's it. You don't even get to the people. It's also forced to, corruption.
Yeah.
It's also forced to. So, but if these things can be looked into, they can put like serious eye to it.
Yeah.
Possible, like make it in a way that from your home, apply.
Yeah.
Apply online. This was no longer apply online your stuff, get some judges.
Yeah.
Just in any way so that these things will have results, or they distribute it by states. And the states need to do better too. They need to know that film can give, okay, let me just give you a little bit of an instance. See, today, Anambra State does not even know that, but I have done so many things. When I did one of my projects, Young Authors Conference that I would do every year,
Yes.
I brought a Liberian author in 2018, and I brought an American author in 2019. Then I brought two American actors. Each of these time that these people come, they spend, like, we need to get them the best hotels. Of course, we only have Anambra Airport. They will fly, they'll land in Anambra Airport. A lot of people will come to my event from different places. So they are flying to Anambra Airport. They will come in, they will load. Sometimes there are some events, because that event we did, that movie premiere, we hosted it with my birthday and kind of a show.
Yes.
The place, 1,400 people, it was filled up. Hotels around were all filled up.
Great.
That is basically what had an event.
Of course. Economic impact.
Yes. Then after I had to take them to some places, because we don't have tourist sites. But I asked them, okay, we go out to have that meeting anyway, because where else should I take them in Anambra State? There's no place. So, but these are things that would have helped
to promote the state, to sell the state.
Yes, if we have money left when we make things, we use those places to make things. So that people get like, wow, this kind of building, this kind of building, where is it?
Yeah.
Anambra State, I want to visit. So if the government can actually try to find a way to support filmmakers, create, just like you said, build these things and maintain it.
Yeah.
Build them, because if you do show finish, you start looking for, you don't have a proper place to show it. Without a proper place, theater is actually dying. Let me just be honest. So what are they doing about it? Nothing. But these are things that need to be sustained. If we have this in certain places, if we have funding, everything is not all about, sharing money or oil or all of these things. These things can give us this other creative ventures. It can give us so much money. So much money. Look at you, whenever they release movie, we're hearing AY's film makes more than 100 million every year. What are you telling? Out of that 100 million, a lot of tax are even paid. You can imagine if other people are supported to make projects that can earn that kind of money. You make project that is earning 400 million naira, 300 million naira. If 50 or 100 people makes 500 million naira each from a film, they pay tax. How much has the government gotten for the government? So I hope they knew something about it.
Thank you so much, Chineme. I know this is just the beginning of the conversation we'll be having with you, and I believe that with what we've discussed so far today, that there will be impact in the society. And we want to encourage you to also continue to do what you're doing. And I believe that very soon you're going to hear, you will have a kind of support you engage or you look forward to receiving from the government and other stakeholders. And we're also using the opportunity to call on other private organizations to put some things on ground that will help the young people who are coming up to, expand their brands and sell our country way should showcase us to the world. So thank you so much for coming to TechEconomy.
Thank you very much. I think you're doing a great job, and I think this is a very wonderful platform. So I will encourage everyone, keep reading from TechEconomy.ng, right?
Thank you.
Yes, please keep reading so you would know So we will not be left behind. I think that's the honest truth.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tech economy, you'll be left behind. Very soon, you won't know what's happening anymore. And so I hope this platform continues to grow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're also going to reach out to you as things develop. Especially as technology comes into the place and see what you are doing also.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.